They say, the wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
First of all, here's a game with actually the longest development plan and so longest Xbox exclusive game to be in the making, going all the way back to almost 25 years ago. Starfield went on to receive a final release date of November 11th next year and into PCs and Xbox Series X and probably S. If you do enjoy games that are open world and into a sci-fi setting and actually have an RPG style, look no further than Starfield.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Get ready.
Get ready. You can do this. First the iron, then the fire. Yes. Yes.
Yes!
Now, even though Microsoft didn't actually reveal the release date we've all been waiting for the past couple of years, they revealed one of the most realistic graphics out of any genre when it comes to video games, with a reveal of Senua's Saga Hellblade 2's first official gameplay. Let's just keep this in mind. If you do enjoy dark mystery themes of not even video games but movies, cinematic, Hellblade 2 is the single video game on the horizon to nail that particular element to perfection, so check it out in case you've missed it.
Take me! Chase me! Run! Knock him down!
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes.
Alright, Fable, on the other hand, by Playground Games, was actually described as a new beginning for the series, which has actually been in the making for almost 5 years now. Also went on to receive a new update on its official page that says we're real close to get a new look at some actual gameplay in the coming month. They also came out to say that they've actually had some issues going on with the game's development at the company, but it's over now and we're actually back on track, so keep that in mind.
But yours has yet to be written.
Sleep tight.
You know what this reminds me of? My time in the Himalayas.
Letty's later, Dad. Letty, watch out!
You think they can't kill you anytime they want?
We have Redfall that actually came out of nowhere and it's a Microsoft exclusive, or I don't even know why, and with a set release date of summer 2022 as of this moment. It's a 4-person co-op shooter, heavily inspired by the Left 4 Dead, but with the premise of being some kind of a battle royale game. Redfall was also rumored to have its first gameplay revealed early next year, so keep it in mind.
Really hope the video was worth it.
Everybody, fall back! People need to know what happened.
Layla, with me. Get me on the roof now.
Thank you, Layla. You're the best. Oh, Jacob, don't even mention it.
Come in! Now or never!
The corporations gave us solutions. A better world. An and we welcome them into our lives.
Going back to 20 years ago, and the last of its entries to come out 10 years ago, you all know we have a new Perfect Dark game in the making by a totally new studio on the Microsoft, meaning this game is being developed, actually, and it ain't no dead, it's just quiet now and actually set a first-person shooter set in a sci-fi setting of sometime in the near future. Check it out, words as we're getting some actual gameplay on this one early to mid next year.
Did you find the answers you were looking for, Agent Dark?
Not yet. This is just the beginning.
Probably the most anticipated Xbox Series X game out of the coming year. Or at least that's what I'd like to think. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is on its way with one of the most realistic graphics on the horizon, actually built with Unreal Engine 5 and with an open world the size of its predecessor times 2, adding new factions, a non-linear plot, and of course, improved gameplay. Check this out.
Поймать.
Ну не знаю. Между аномалией и маслиной я уже лучше пулю выберу.
Вот ты говоришь, а я прям вижу красоту эту. Не первый год в зоне, вроде примелькалась уже, а каждый день удивляет.
It forged our empire.
Probably coming out early to mid 2023, although even announced more than a year ago, avowed by Obsidian Entertainment, which are the folks behind games such as The Outer Worlds, is now on its way to Xbox consoles only, potentially even PCs at a later date, and actually the biggest project in the making by these developers considering The Outer Worlds 2. Now, this game is an RPG, probably in the same vein as Skyrim, although built with Unreal Engine 5, so keep that in mind.
Our sins have borne. Is an oath worth the weight of a crown?
If you still somehow remember State of Decay 3 from only a few aeons back, this game is actually being developed slowly but steadily throughout late 2022 up to early 2023, or at least that's what the rumors suggest right now. The new game, although we've actually received no gameplay of it so far, will probably work the same way as its predecessor, with some multiplayer options and at the same time crossplay support between Microsoft platforms, and that's all we know.
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it.
Everwild by Rare, actually one of the games that's remained a mystery even to this day, earlier a couple of months ago went into a complete development restart, and it's actually being developed from the ground up. The reason being, this game had no real identity, which is changed now, hopefully. But just the same, a Microsoft exclusive, and only touted as some sort of an open world monster taming adventure. So check this out in case you've missed it.
And in moments of stillness, it teaches us to look beyond the expected. To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to stand watch over our world.
Scorn came our way once again, past couple of weeks, finally with the announcement of a release date. And Jesus, it took a while. And now hitting the Xbox Series and the PCs around October next year, and meaning it could actually go up to November. This game is a first-person exploration, if not shooter, and one that comes with some survival horror elements, and a lot of flesh to sink your teeth into, literally. Now, Smilegate just announced that Crossfire X, the single-player first-person shooter game, or so it's described as, although with a multiplayer option, to boot as a totally free-to-play game, just like the Halo Infinite multiplayer section anyway, is now going to be released, as I mentioned earlier, into the Xbox consoles and PCs only February 10th next year. But check this out, to accompany this news, they also released another trailer for the game no more than a month ago. It's a good one.
No days off, ain't no kind of breaks. So we on top, ain't no time to wait. And we need it right away, we ain't trying to wait. Anybody try to violate, we annihilate. Time to show we ain't playing from the gate. Dominate, watch the rest of all while we elevate. Dominate, make them vibrate. Time to dominate, dominate, dominate.
Now, Ark 2 doesn't have a specific release date, but we do know it is actually going to drop as a Microsoft exclusive, or at least a timed exclusive, or as it's rumored, sometime next year. I'm guessing October 2022, for various reasons. This game is going to be an open world, reportedly something in the same vein as the Avatar game on the horizon, technically speaking since there's dinosaurs involved, and an action survival game as well. It's the only thing they actually came up with when the game was announced. Now, Forza Motorsport, on the other hand, went on and got itself another update a few days back. Apparently the game's now slated to come out late 2022, or at its worst state, early the following year. But all things actually considered, it is in its mid-development stage and it's going pretty smooth. Check this out. To accompany this one, folks at the team actually came up with some more gameplay. Here. I would say let's just get back to Indiana Jones game where we'd actually have something to talk about, but I also know there's a few of you that actually been waiting for some update for some time. So here's the thing. I know it's nothing, but the brand new Indiana Jones game in the making is being made with just an entirely original story. So it's got nothing to do about the movies, it's about nothing you've ever seen before in the series, and it's just none of that. And also, the fact that the game's not coming out in 2022. So keep it in mind. Shredder's what y'all snowboarding old-timers have been waiting to have hands on this month, but for various reasons went on to get itself delayed until February next year. Which is nothing that bad considering they're actually fine-tuning the game, the multiplayer section of which in particular, and as before it's still coming to the Xbox consoles and PCs and no words of any other platforms as of yet. Check it out, here's even a new trailer that they actually came up with. Ever heard of an open world co-op action adventure? Well, we have one of those in the making by some of the craziest developers of the past few decades. Folks who've already made Just Cause games are actually working on another game called Contraband, with the aim to deliver one of the biggest AAAs on the horizon. Check it out in case you've missed it. Tunic now actually has a release date of March 16th of 2022, and as it's the case with any other game in this list, the game is actually on its way to PCs, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Honestly guys, I don't even need to explain this one. Like if you do enjoy platformers, Tunic is in my book is a no-brainer. Specifically if you've actually ever had hands on a Zelda game before and you've been waiting to have hands on a classic one for a while, this is the one to go for. So here's the thing, one of the two men in charge who made the games Limbo and Insight has actually part ways and have been working on another game with just the right amount of insight in it, going by Somerville. I think you all know this one. If not, well, it's just about a family instead of just one protagonist and the challenges to come in your way through your journey. If I am being honest guys, I know it ain't fair, but this is the one I'm actually most hyped about in today's video. Check it out in case you've missed it.
Mine. It was the end of the road.
Last but not least, we have what I like to call the path shifter in the gaming world, or well, what's referred to as a genre-defining game, going by as Dusk Falls. An interactive, dramatic adventure, visual novel style, something partially even in the same vein as games such as Heavy Rain. Now, as Dusk Falls is for unknown reasons a Microsoft exclusive and yet to receive a release date, but this is how it actually looks like.